Hello and welcome to Bert's Imperfect Bakes, the channel where it's okay to not bake perfectly every time. I'm Bert and this week, as you can see, we're sporting a nice fancy branded apron, courtesy of my biggest fan in Spain. Thank you. This week we're going to be making a banana, pecan and caramel loaf. Preheat your oven to 180 or 160 degrees Celsius. I've listed all the ingredients in the description below. To start, put the butter and sugar in a bowl. Ooh, side camera this week. Fancy. Mix them both together until nice and creamy. Add your eggs. Note I said eggs and not egg. The recipe actually calls for 2 eggs, but I only had 1, so 1 it is. Beat the eggs with the butter and sugar. Now mash the bananas with a fork or a masher, whatever you prefer. Give your arm a little rest, hard work mashing bananas, you know, and continue mashing. Add the flour and baking powder via the sieve. I've already added my baking powder to my bowl of flour and smush the last bits through. Combine everything together in a nice folding action. Add the mashed bananas. Mix those in. Scrape any excess off your spoon with a spatula and then use the spatula to go around the sides of the bowl. Combine everything together nicely. Add a couple of dollops of caramel because it's been in the fridge since the first episode and needs using up. Reserve a bit for the topping though. Mix that in. Magically clear your work surface and then roughly chop some pecans. Cheeky husband getting the escaped one there. Add most of them to the batter, so you've got some left for the top. Give them a good stir. Once they're all mixed in, get your loaf tin and give it a good buttering. Line it with baking paper so you have some little handles for easy extraction later. Now pour the batter in the most awkwardest way you can to make life difficult for yourself. Smooth it out and make sure you get it into all the corners. Now don't use your husband's chef's knife to scrape your spatula because that's a very bad idea. Sprinkle the rest of the pecans on top. Pop that in the oven for 50 to 60 minutes, not 45 minutes, which is what I actually did, because it was still a little underdone. And wait! Once the cake has come out of the oven and it's cooled, heat some caramel either on the hob like I'm doing here just until it's runny, or pop it in the microwave for about 10 to 20 seconds so you have a runny consistency. So this has been cooking in the oven for 45 minutes, that's 160 degrees Celsius fan. So it's been cooling for about half an hour. I'm going to turn it out, it sank just a little bit. That's okay. It's not coming out. And to decorate, I've just got a little bit of caramel here in a pan. Just going to drizzle over the top. And then you transfer it to a chopping board to cut yourself a nice. So let's give this a go here. Nice piece of cake. I'm on a diet. I'm not going to eat that. Give it to husband instead. So, very good.
What banana?
So there you go. Banana, pecan and caramel loaf. See you next time. Hello and welcome to Bert's Imperfect Bakes, the channel where it's okay to not bake perfectly every time. I'm Bert, and this week we're sporting a new no, not a new episode. Hello and welcome to Bert's Imperfect Bakes.